So I've had a few requests to offer some more details on this scraper table. So I'll walk you through that. First of all, I retrofitted an existing table I had. This was just sort of made up as a workbench, steel frame, and then a plywood top. So really all I did was, first of all, bevel cut the space out so you can see how this is cut at probably whatever the steepest angle I could get on my table saw was, and that works not too bad. And the spacing there is just about the width of a hand. And then I got these a whole series. I waited for there to be a sale, and then a whole series of brushes of the sort you would put on an angle grinder. This is a slightly smaller version. I think this looks like about a 4-inch, and I think these are 6-inch. And then I just stacked them up on a threaded rod. So running down the center of this is this threaded rod. And there's a nut and a washer. I just had to play with washers a little bit to get the spacing right. So there's nut, the disc, and then a washer, then a nut, then a disc, then a washer, then a nut, then a disc, and it just tightened on each other all the way along till I got the 16 inches I need to do the box. And then it's powered by a pulley, also just tightened down on the threaded rod, and an electric motor like that. And the electric motor, I think it's a 2-horse that I've salvaged off of something else, and so it's just driven by a belt. I think it's pretty much 1-to-1. This thing is not overpowered. A bigger motor and probably a smaller to larger pulley, so that this thing has a little bit more torque on it would be good. And then I encased the whole thing in this plastic and glue gunned a tube on here so that I can put my vacuum on and draw at least a fair share of the dust into my dust collection system. So we have threaded rod, pillow block bearing, pulley, and then the threaded rod is what drives and mounts the wire brushes. Looking in here, a bit closer impression of what that looks like. So that's the scraper table. I hope that's enough detail to get you going. Very simple, really. This is nothing complicated with this at all. The hardest parts probably were, finding a Father's Day sale that has a good enough deal on the dozen or so discs that you need, and the threaded rod and matching nuts. All right, folks, I hope that gets you going. I use it lots. And then when we don't use it for that, we just put another sheet of plywood over it, and it's just another workbench in the shop. All right, have a great day.